Guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you guys my top 10 roller coasters that I've ever rode. So I give my top 10 breakdown, and if you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Alright, first I'm gonna tell you all the manufacturers I've ridden. I've ridden 11 B&Ms, 6 Intamins, 4 RMCs, 5 Mirror Rides, 8 Vekoma, 5 by Aerodynamics, 4 from Gerstlauer, 3 from Mach Rides, 3 from GCI, 4 from Zier, 1 from Schwarzkopf, 1 from Malier, and 2 Disney in-house coasters, and 13 unknown coasters. But the unknown coasters, I know who they're made by. It just says unknown, even though they are unknown. So, let's get into my rankings. Not yet. Actually, I want to tell you all the parks I've been to. I've been to Adventure Island, Cedar Point, Carowinds, Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Dollywood, King's Dominion, King's Island, SeaWorld, Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I've not been to King's Dominion or King's Island recent. So by knowing that, let's get into the video. My top 4 roller coaster is Top Thrill 2, but I can't make that Planet Coaster because I can't put the spike in. So I'm gonna put as a replacement. I'm gonna put Mako in there from SeaWorld Orlando. Give me a second. I saw Mako in here. That's Mako at. Mako. That's not Mako. It's Magnum. That's Millennium Force. Alright. But I've rode. Oh my gosh, it's not here. I've rode Mako. It's one of the newer B&M hypers. With it's one of the, there it is. It's just basically airtime machine. You're along a lake, or lake. It's probably the I thought it was great. It was a very good ride. It was on my honorable mentions to this. I think it was my number 11th coaster that I've ridden. I mean, my number 11, not I've ridden. My number 11 ranked. Not Manta. Mako is my 55th roller coaster I've ever ridden out of my 71. So I've rode it recently. I just rode it in June. I think it was one of the better B&M hypers I've rode. I've rode Apollo's Chariot, this one, and that's actually, I'm pretty sure it. I've not rode many B&M hypers. I do want to go to King's Island that has Diamondback. I'm gonna go ride that. I actually lied. I've rode Thunder Striker at Carowinds, or Intimidator 305, at least used to be. I think this one's the best one. Then, Thunder Striker or Intimidator 305 at Carowinds. It was very good. And Paul's Cherry is my last one. But my next coaster, my number 10, or I guess number 9 now, is Twisted Timbers. I guess I'll say 10 still. It's Twisted Timbers at King's Dominion. Alright, Twisted Timbers opened up 2018. They RMC'd Hurler at, used to be at King's Dominion. They RMC'd it. That's Wildcat Revenge. This is it. Yeah. They RMC'd Hurler. They had a very tiny plot of land to work with, and they built this with 2 inversions. It's just an airtime machine. It's literally loaded with airtime. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. But it was my let me find it. Twisted Timbers was my number 22. No, my number 20 coaster I've ever ridden. So, yeah. See, they just threw a bunch of airtime hills and 2 inversions and just called it a day. I did do this. This is pretty nice. Well, it's not, because they're an inversion. So the one inversion was the barrel down drop, which is one of the craziest things I've ridden. I've never ridden a coaster that twists you down like that at the beginning. I've rode Top Thrill 2. It has in the middle, but like the actual at the very top. That's so cool over right there. One of the coolest things ever to ride. But this coaster it's a pretty good coaster. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Alright, my number, I guess, 9 or 8. Siren's Curse at Cedar Point. As most of you guys know, I just went to Cedar Point about, I would say about a week ago. Or 2 weeks ago. About a week and a half ago, I would say. And it's their brand new Vekoma Tilt coaster. That's not what I wanted. It's a brand new Vekoma Tilt. I rode at night, and the onboard audio on this coaster is insane. Best on, I would say not. I'll say second best onboard audio I've ever ridden. Because I think Hagrid's has better. This is where I don't like this coaster. You're literally floating. Like, how is that possible? I don't know why in the world that's there, but we're okay. So you tilt. I rode this at night, so the experience was so good at night. The train, bright green color, running through it. The smoke over there, if you can see it, try to get it right over there. I'll show you in a minute. But it was glowing green. This is one of the craziest things I've ridden. The coaster's so smooth. I'm pretty sure it's 3 inversions, maybe 2. Pretty sure it's 3. It literally, see, there's when you go through it. It's a very smooth coaster with a lot of airtime moments. So it was. I think it's for sure a night ride. If you do ride it, it should be at night. But I wasn't expecting this ride to get in my top 10 coasters. So, that's my top. It's my 9. So my 8 is Wildcat Revenge. If I can find it. At Hershey Park. Why can't I put it there? There we go. How do we put exits? Okay, here we go. This coaster, it ain't my most favorite RMC, but it's for sure my second favorite. With Lightning Rod being the worst one, Twisted Timbers being third, this being second on top of my most favorite one in a minute. This is good besides the transition into the final brake run. That like jams you straight into it, rams you straight into it. You smash that brake run. It's probably the most painful part about the ride. But this doesn't do it, so that's kind of, this one, they turn it before it goes into it, which is smart, so they should have done. This RMC'd Wildcat that opened up in 1927. They RMC'd it. to Wildcat Ravens. An amazing ride. It opened up in 2023. I got lucky. I think I went June 5th. So I was able to ride it 3 days after it opened. So it was brand new, really. It was just an amazing ride. It goes a lot faster real life than right here. Right now we're like crawling through this stuff. It was crawling when I went, though, because I rode it right in the morning. It couldn't warm up. But still, it's an amazing ride, still. Alright, my number 7 is Hagrid's. It's Hagrid's, was it Magical Motorbike Adventure? Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure? I don't know, something like that. It just says Hagrid's Magical Creatures. So, I'm going to put it over here. I have to raise it up. Right there. This is my number, what was it, 7? My number 7 coaster. So, it's an amazing family coaster. Especially with the 7 launches it has. And the last launch having the most firepower. Getting you up to 50 miles an hour when the rest of the coasters goes about 30. You still get some good, I wouldn't say airtime, but you do get a little airtime. But when I went to the animal guy with Hagrid, he was broken. It didn't light up and blow smoke. He just stood there with nothing. It's where you get the most airtime, right here. But this coaster is very good. Very good theming. Onboard audio is amazing. Every time we get on launch, the motorbike revs up. It's an amazing experience. So here's a spike. You go up and then you come backwards. But this person had to do something different since there's no spikes in this game. Why? There we go, now I gotta get in close. Here's the drop track. Go into this little cave area. You sit right here. And then the drop track. Right there, the drop track. So nice. And then you get into the most powerful launch out of all the launches. This finish is not realistic because as soon as you go for that turn, you go into a break room, which at least they should put airtime in. But that's the ride. I didn't see no. It opened 2017. Everyone wants to know that. My 6th favorite coaster is Maverick. So I got to get into there's Maverick. I gotta load that up. When Maverick opened up 2007. Maverick is, I think, one of the most craziest nav control rides at Cedar Point. This coaster, absolutely. That's not the train I want to. I want to do this train. This coaster. This ain't as fast as I hoped. You're barely creeping up this thing, but still, you get chucked over. So you do get a lot of airtime in the back row. And these transitions were very forceful. These were pretty nice. The problem is that giant lap bar with the dash things is one of the worst lap bars I've ever ridden with. It was horrible. Those wave turns up here gave you a lot of air. It was a great experience. It's just they need to get better lap bars. At least lap bars that should at least feel comfortable. Oh, oopsie. So, The theming is probably the best themed ride at... I can't delete it. Oh, yes. I gotta go to it. Let's keep this. But the theming is probably the best themed ride at... Cedar Point. And I don't think it's the best one at the park, but it's for sure probably my third favorite. I didn't get to ride Millennium Force, sadly. But it's probably, I would say, my third favorite ride at the park. But it would be second favorite if the lap bar was better. It just crushed my legs. It was a horrible experience. Next ride is Velocicoaster. I am going to tell you, this creation of Velocicoaster is downright awful. So I'll put it on, but nothing's right on it. Doesn't have the top hat. It's horrible. I would create it if I knew this video wouldn't take hours if I did create them, and it would be horrible. I think I could do better than this though. This is Velocicoaster. Was a interesting ride. I rode it. It was opened up in 2021. I got a back row ride. First memory of Velocicoaster was in the back row. Best coaster I ever rode. You couldn't even enjoy it because it was so rough. We came back the next day. And we gave it redemption. I rode it again. This time I got middle row. Easily delivered. It was probably one of the, best, it is the best coaster at Islands of Adventure. We rode again after that. I got middle row again. It was still very smooth. It's just everything was a lot smoother, and it was easily best coaster at Islands of Adventure. There's no use even watching this because this is a horrible. Delete this. It's horrible. Alright. Is Top Thrill 2. I done told you I replaced it with Mako, so we can skip that. My number 3 favorite one is Fury 325 at Carowinds, which opened up 2015. I was gonna say, I don't know why they use looping trains, but okay. Just can do. It's a fun ride. I rode Fury the most of any of these coasters on my list. I ride Fury about 4 times a year. It's an amazing coaster. High speeds. It's one of the only Gigas I've ever rode. I rode this and I rode one more. Spanish Speed just hit. Hoping to ride Orion in the next few years. I'm gonna ride Pantherian in a few years. Guess that is the only one I've ridden, and that's 300 feet or taller. There's Fury. I was gonna ride Millennium Force, but you guys know it closed down on me. Fun, right? So Fury is, it just has good pacing, high speeds, and it's just an amazing ride. Is there a chain lift right there? Oh lord, this thing can't even keep up speed. Lord, whoever created this does not know Fury. It is the right color scheme though, so I gotta give him that. But yeah. Hi, my number 2 roller coaster is Stardust Racer Epic Universe that opened up in 2025. I went to Epic, I would say about a month after grand opening. It was packed with people. It was Stardust Racer is a walk-on. Monsters was a walk-on. Everything else, I got it. Oopsie, guys. I messed up a little bit. Just a momentum. Testing. Alright, Stardust Racer was easily the best ride. I think the green side was. Which side is this? This is the green side. I like the yellow side a little bit better, because I like the celestial spin while going down. And right here, the launch gets extra fast. It's one of the strangest things ever. You're on the launch, and you're 75% done with the launch, and you just get like chucked 20 more miles an hour. It's one of the it's probably the best launch in the world. Besides maybe like Storm Runner, Max Force, Stealth, like those, and Acceleratron, or Accelerator, yeah, the Accelerator, at Knott's Berry Farm. Those, it's probably the best LSM launch. I'm just gonna say it, best LSM launch. Not as good as air compressed or hydraulic. But it's loaded with a whole ton of airtime. Probably, I would say, I think it's second best ride in Florida, which is saying a lot because they got Busch Gardens, Tampa, all the Disney chain, all the Disney parks, and Islands of Adventure. You got Velocicoaster too. I think it's better than Velocicoaster easily, but this one coaster I've ever ridden, oopsie, is Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. Steel Vengeance opened up in 2018 when they RMC'd Mean Streak. Pretty sure? Yeah. When they RMC'd Mean Streak, I'm pretty sure they added about 20 to 30 feet of the lift. They kept the straight track. I don't know. It was kind of silly when it's a straight track. Very concerned about how rough the rest of the ride would be, but the rest. But you get chucked out of your seat right there. You get chucked out of your seat. You get chucked out of your seat right here. You get lateral airtime right there. You get more airtime right there. You get some hang time on those inversions. More hang time on the inversions. This ride is just packed with hang time. Literally all in lateral airtime. That's literally all this coaster is. This airtime machine. This is easily the best ride at Cedar Point. I didn't give it a Millennium Force. I don't think this would be even. I think this would be way much more better than Millennium Force. But I think this is still an amazing ride. It's easily the best ride there. It's no question. So that's my ranking of my top 25, not 25, top 10 coasters I've ever. Is Iron Gwazi, The Beast, Voyage, Thunderbird, Storm Runner, and Mystic Timbers. I want to ride those rides so bad in the near future. And those might be on my list soon. I hope so. my bucket list parks is Busch Gardens, Tampa, Holiday World, Kings Island, and Hershey Park. So I've been to Hershey Park and Kings Island before, but I was a lot younger and shorter, so I couldn't ride most of the rides at Kings Island. So if you guys like this video, like and subscribe, and bye.